Hello, this is Manuel, and in this video, what I want to talk about a little bit is connection with nature and the interesting effects it'll have on you if you start connecting more with nature. So as you can see, I'm out here. This is actually in Mexico, in a place called Puerto Chiapas, to the south of Mexico. As you can see, there's an abundance of nature, of trees around here just because of the climate. It's very hard to actually get rid of, let's call nature here, right? Because the environment here is just suitable for the growth of trees and palm trees and just plants in general. But what I would say about this is that I encourage you to look and find for a place, back home in a park or just a tree with that has a lot of age to it, has deep roots, and try to interact with it. And you'll find that maybe for most of you, for some reason, you'll find some connection with it. You'll discover some kind of energy behind this connection. Go out hiking, go out camping, once in your life, and you may discover this anxiety or this fear even because you're out in nature. And what I'm saying is that it may actually be a good thing for you, because then you get to realize, that certain things that you may think are important in your life are actually maybe not that important, right? When you're out camping, especially, right, you're not protected. So you're out there in the wild. So wild animals, are more of an immediate threat than whatever you may have back home. And then you discover that, I can do the things back home. I can actually handle it, because there's certainly much more immediate things out there that can really cause you harm, right? The other thing you'll find with nature in general is a sense of peace, right? For some reason, you do feel at peace. Your senses begin to increase in general, because you can hear the wind, you can hear the animals, you can hear the trees rustling with the wind, right? All of these different things, for some reason, will provide you an enhanced view of life and some new type of energy that you can tap into, right? And there's different kinds of nature that you can go to, right? So I mentioned the hiking, the camping, going out here in the beach, right? And you actually get to feel different types of energy, actually. Once you realize this, right? There's a kind of more masculine, let's call it, energy, and then there's a more feminine energy that you will feel as you go out there and you discover, you touch a tree, for instance. Go ahead and touch a tree, and see what you feel when you touch it, right? You get a certain sense of age, of almost eternity when you talk or touch a tree, right? And don't take it literally, like literally talking to a tree, but just try and speak to it some way, and you'll discover something new. And this may go against what today's world is all about, right? It's all about being rational, scientific, being logical, and I don't think there's been very good rationalization for why this occurs. I think we're still working on that, but it happens, right? It just happens that when we go into nature, for many of us, we just get this extra energy and resource that we can then tap into and use in our daily lives. So that's what I'm saying. Give it a shot. Really look at making this maybe a ritual or a habit of yours, monthly, weekly, if you can, and get out there and explore. And you'll find that overall you're going to be a little more grounded, a little more peaceful, perhaps. Maybe feel a little bit of that anxiety or fear for a while, but then you'll learn to master, you learn to convert it, forge it into something better for yourself overall. Okay? Hopefully this gets you thinking about that in general.